Hello. Are we on? Are we good?
I think we're here.
Think we're here too.
We're good.
Think we're all
We're
good.
live. We're activated.
Yeah, what's going on, peoples?
Welcome
Welcome to the True Hurts podcast.
True Hearst podcast.
Where the truth will set you free.
Yes.
Where the truth is
That's
behind.
right.
Man, it's been a while. I feel like since we got back on the camera. You know, these days a week in social media and the internet world is like a month.
For real, it really is.
No,
That's
real
crazy.
talk.
Time is like moving way faster.
Yeah, time is fucking. It's like opposite of dog years. It's our same thing like dog years shit.
Yeah.
My bad. But anyways, yeah, HCast. So what's up?
What's up with me, man? Not much. Just woke up from a
Wearing
little.
muscle shirt, looking healthy.
Yeah, I went on a nature walk this morning with this guy. Felt good out there. Got a lot of sun,
Absolutely.
to enhance my, my spirit. And yeah.
Yeah, that was a good nature walk, man. I got a lot of the sun just feeding me that energy, releasing my toxins through my sweat.
True.
And
He didn't want to jog though.
I just didn't feel like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was disappointed he didn't want to jog.
I feel like
he didn't want to even like do a baby jog. Like he didn't want to use any energy. He didn't even want to breathe hard.
I was just so
He wanted to power.
I was
walk.
gasping. I was just basically taking all the beautiful scenery in, and sometimes you just gotta appreciate the beauty that's in front of you.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
And we were doing that as well, but you could also put a little, Anyway, that's neither here nor there. And speaking of appreciating, I think you're right. I had to check myself the other day with that.
You check yourself?
I had to check myself.
Why? How come you had to check yourself?
You sound very intrigued.
I am.
Why?
Cause I like when he has to check himself, cause he don't like to be checked. Cause I had to check him, and he gets all butt hurt and shit.
No.
Oh, why'd you just check me?
Boy, you got me fucked up, boy.
No, but why'd you have to check yourself?
I had to check myself and take a moment to reflect and realize that I need to appreciate the things more around me rather than complain about things that I might not have at this moment.
Yeah, like be more grateful.
Yeah, be more grateful. Be more grateful.
Mm-hmm.
So I just had to check myself,
What are some of the things that you're grateful right now?
Grateful for right now? I'm grateful for I'm grateful for people in my life.
Me too.
That's one of the biggest things I'm grateful for. The people in my life.
Most definitely.
And I think that's where a lot of the energy came, directs to what I'm talking about. Just being more grateful for the people that I have in my life. Yep.
And I just want to say, keep going in your life of journey, not just to you, but to the people.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like I feel like a lot of us these days are really searching for ourselves.
That's true.
And we don't know what messages are being received, so we're kind of confused. Like, some things that you're not seeing that God is trying to tell you, or whoever you look up to is trying to tell you, like, hey, you're going the right path of this life. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people trust their
Instincts, their gut,
or they don't know exactly what they're.
And what makes you say that?
'Cause that's what I be going through.
Like you personally, you going through like not doubting yourself, or is it?
I just don't know where life is taking me.
Right, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Where this journey is gonna be heading to. I just starting to believe, in myself. And
where do you want it to take you?
Wherever I want to. I got
But where do you want to?
What do I want to take me?
Where do you want the journey to take you? Where do you want it? Where's your destination?
My destination is happiness.
And what is happiness to you? What's the scenery that would make you happy? What's your life? Like, how would your life be set up to make you happy?
I think I think I wouldn't even have a cell phone. I won't have to use a cell phone. My happiness.
So
I would be around a lot of nature.
Scratch out a cell phone. Okay.
I'd be around a lot of nature, a lot of picking fruits off the trees, and you know, just being around beautiful people that are like-minded and that want to have deep conversations, or even just want to go do, you know, adventurous stuff,
meaningful things. Yeah.
And just, you know what I'm saying? We all just
love and live life.
Yeah, live life and learn and
work as a community.
Yeah, that's my happiness. I have that in my head.
Do you think we have to wait to accomplish that, or do you think we have to just decide that and just go get that? Go somewhere that's conducive to that what we want, you know?
You know, like we learned earlier today on this video that we've watched, we don't have to necessarily be at a place, be at that physical place physically. You know what I mean? We can live it in our heads. You know?
So time out. Before we even talk about this, we got to shout out who we got the message from. Out of respect, because that's hip hop. But KRS One, shout out to KRS One, his recent seminar, he's speaking of. But yeah, he was saying how, you know, we live in a 3-dimensional world, you know. And how in this three-dimensional world we can't get caught up in it because you don't really have as much as control when you operate within that mind frame. But when you project within, you know, and go within yourself, which is that voice that can speak without me speaking, you know, and when you connect with that source, that you can create and manifest anything you want in that realm. And when you create and manifest things within that realm, when you open your eyes and wake up, the things around you start moving to shape the realm that you were just dreaming of, or you were just inspired of, you know, like what he just talked about, you know, what would make him happy. You know, go to sleep with that thought on your mind at night, in that same setting, you know, in a small little natural place, picking trees from fruits, you know, and being around meaningful people, building meaningful relationships. Have that in your vision when you're going to sleep, you know. Envision the you know, community. Envision the feeling that you get there. Envision the smell, all within self, you know, whenever you go into this meditation.
And I think people do it subconsciously,
Yeah.
but they don't realize what type of, like, the vision that they do it in could be either not the
detrimental.
healthiest.
Yeah, it could be not. Yeah. It could be unhealthy to where you thinking a whole bunch of negative stuff. Like you do the same thing. It's like I want to go there, but when you start thinking about it, you're like, oh, this could happen and this could happen. What if this happened? What if this happened? So you use the same technique against yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And just, you know, envision what you really want. Yeah. You know, envision that, set in that place, everything. And 5 years or a year, 2 years, who knows the timeline, you eventually physically will be there.
Right. KRS One was speaking on how whenever KRS One is a rapper, you know, he's a great philosopher and teacher as well, not just a rapper. But he's speaking of like how when he was at his lowest point in life, homeless at a shelter, you know, he thought that he had to get away to achieve his desires of becoming a legend in the hip hop game, you know. He thought he had to leave, but he kept being reminded of a message from God saying, you know, stay still and know that I am God. And that message played in his head over and over again during this time. And he started envisioning, like I was expressing to JV, you know, himself on stage, himself, you know, dressed like the people that he wanted to be dressed like, and in the areas of the people that he wanted to be with. He had all of this playing in his head. This was the movie that was going on in his mind, you know. And he was going through this phase of thought at his lowest point in a shelter, and then things started moving around his environment to progress his dreams of becoming what he wanted to be. His social worker at the home or the shelter ended up being his DJ, which was who? His name?
I don't recall, to be honest. I don't remember.
Well, his DJ, and one of the biggest DJs in the game. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. But yeah, and all of his stuff just started happening around him at the shelter. He started rubbing shoulders with the biggest rappers in the game during his time. Like, randomly, he started just getting in different positions to, you know, achieve his goals and the things he was dreaming of.
So what would you call this thing that, you know, thinking in your head, like?
What would I call it?
Yeah, well, if you had to put a name to it, like kind of like speaking into existence. Is it called thinking into existence?
He would call it like ancient metaphysical practices. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
these are things that ancient people believed in as well. This is not no new realm of thought or whatever, you know. Because nothing's new under the sun.
That's true. Damn, that's deep. That's deep.
He says deep. Yeah, but what's going on with you? What's up?
Man, nothing. Really just, you know, trying to fill a void.
Trying to fill a void, that's all. You know, just trying to constantly fill that void.
Fill a void.
Yeah, yesterday I felt a little void. Yeah. I think it was, a little spirit of loneliness set in my
your heart.
Not my heart, my essence, my soul. You know.
Yeah.
And I felt a little void. What do you voids?
Yeah, I think
what is a void?
People, like me personally. I'm gonna talk about me personally.
Yeah, talk about yourself.
So, I feel like a lot of people can relate. Like, you know, you feel like something missing in your life, so you kind of search for it, like that excitement, that's something that you need in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you tend to make decisions. I wouldn't even say that they're not the best decisions. Just to fill this void of, like, you want that happiness. Mm-hmm. You know, you might.
It's like you're not happy, so you trying to
make yourself happy.
Like, it makes yourself like riding roller coasters, almost like it's like a quick little boost in the. I was like, yeah. Like, I gotta throw up now.
Like, go drink that. You know you shouldn't have drink. Mm-hmm. Or go have sex with that girl. You know you should have wear a condom, or, you know, whatever it is. Yeah. You know, real life stuff, real life shit. Right. So, you know, fill the void. I mean, be careful with that, because sometimes you can be caught
in a weak place, a weak mind.
Hell yeah.
That's when you should go into meditation. When you feel that void, that's when you should go into that state of think about where you want to go. That's a perfect time.
It's perfect time. And like, sit your ass down and just go into that, because you're not gonna want to
trying to fill that void. You're home trying to fill that void, then you're trying to go out just to fill the void and not being at home. You know what I'm saying? Feeling like you feel.
Yeah. You're gonna do some stuff that
you're spending money that you don't need to be spending money on, and
you're gonna make poor decisions. Yeah. Poor decisions just to fill that void. You know.
What if you're just bored though?
You need to make yourself busy. The fuck? Like, people can't just be bored.
You gotta just have some stupid money to be walking around bored. Well, I don't know. Why you say people can't be bored?
I mean, I feel like that's a choice. Then it's actual, like, oh, we're bored. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much shit that you can get done, accomplish, even if you do have money.
Right.
Like
why are you bored? There's so much things to do.
Go fucking give back to the communities or some shit. If you have, like, say you have money, you're wealthy, Like, go do something.
But does that excite? Well, some people, I guess that would excite somebody.
It would excite me for sure.
That's what I was thinking. It excited me. So
I think you can get a lot of like different energies from that. Somehow you're gonna feel it. Like, it's not like somebody's gonna give some money and not feel that what's the word I'm looking for? That grateful of, you know, gratitude, and you know, there's so much great energy that comes from that.
For sure.
And I feel like there's no way that you're not gonna feel some type
of
happiness.
The happiness. Yeah.
You're gonna feel something.
Yeah, for sure.
And say that, you know, like regular people that don't have the money or wealth or whatever, you know, whatever this is, then people get bored, just want to sit, you know, waste their time, waste their life. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that position, so I know. I've done it before. I don't know, you know, then I look back on things now that I'm more, like, you know, learning more and everything. Like, man, I could have done a lot of shit with that time. Right. I could have done something productive, something like a podcast.
Exactly.
Something.
So use your time wisely, because every hour counts, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, have time for resting. Have time for exercise. Have time for, you know, learning. You know what I'm saying? Learning new things and growing. Have time for your family, you know. I
think everybody should set time for their family, especially. Like, I was watching The Godfather, man, and he said the shit that's stuck in my head. He said, "You're not a man or woman." I'm go ahead, throw a woman in there too, because he didn't mention when, he just said man, but you're not a man if you don't. Yeah, exactly. You're not a man or woman if you don't visit your family, and so, or spend time with your family. So that right there, that made me call or want to see my grandma the next day. You know, I hadn't seen her in like 2 or 3 weeks, so I was like, I'm gonna go see her. So I'm like, that message really touched me, because that's true. I feel like you gotta spend time with your family. You know what I mean? That's your family.
That's true.
And not necessarily, your family could be your close friends too. Check on them, see how they doing. They could, right. You know what I'm saying? Just check. You can make that phone call. It don't take long.
I feel like we talk about that a lot.
Yeah, we do. But we gotta keep that message going.
Keep that message going.
Put it in their ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. So be careful with the voids. Be careful, you know.
And be careful what you put in that, fill that void up with.
Yeah. Because you might be stirring the tea and it's already brewed.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just talking now.
I could use another nap though. Cool.
I'm good with naps.
I'm good with naps.
I got this. I don't know. I got
a burst of energy.
A burst of energy from that little nap.
Well,
it was like powerful. Nap.
Let it out then.
What the?
I did not expect it.
That's me letting it out.
I didn't expect you to let it out like that.
Yeah, that's that face when you bust a nut.
Is that how you are?
Stop. Stop. All right.